Welcome to Lockdown Minis. I'm Richard, and in this video we're going to be painting Amallyn Shadowguide. I've already got the model primed, so I'm just going to be adding a highlight from above with white, similar to a Zenithal highlight. Similar to a lot of the videos in this series, I'm going to be basing it loosely around the box art. I've just finished now the light green of the inside of the cloak, which I chose Vallejo's Goblin Green. I'm just going around the outside, filling that the outside of the cloak with a Sick Green by Vallejo. Now that my base greens are layered on, I'm going to just completely coat this now with a shade of Aphonian Camo Shade. I lost some footage at this stage where I was just doing a little bit of the flesh work. The only bit that you really missed out on is I just added a tiny bit of Reikland flesh shade to the small bit of face that you can see behind the mask. Now I'm just using Wolf Grey by Vallejo just to fill in all the armour or where the white is going to be. I really didn't enjoy painting the white on this model. White's not really a colour that I like to use. It just doesn't fit with my normal painting styles, and to be honest, I'm just not that good at it. If you've got any tips, maybe that I don't know about, with regards to painting white, then leave a comment, let me know. So I'm just using Vallejo's Dead White just to touch up over the armour, trying to stick to the raised areas, leaving some of the Wolf Grey that I used earlier showing through for some of the shaded areas. Now that the white's done, I'm just using Beastie Brown by Vallejo just to get onto the leather. I tend to start off with a lighter colour and then build that up with some of the shades to get the real dark recesses in. I prefer this rather than adding highlights, although at some points I do add highlights on top of this. I actually missed some areas on the back that should have been white here, so I'm just dipping back into that white. White's still quite loose on my map. I'm now going to use the black just to go over the rifle and the sword sheath. I'm going to use a little chainmail silver by Vallejo just to go over that rifle cord. Just going to apply now the first of 2 shades for the leather. This is Nuln Oil by Citadel. This is just to dull down that beastie brown and then add some depth to them recesses. I'm also here adding a little bit of water to the Nuln Oil just to get that into the recesses of the white, but so it appears more like a grey rather than a black. Here I'm using silver by Vallejo just to fill the sword in. Now I'm using some alien purple just for some of the tassels and some small details. Now I'm just going to use some Bloody Red by Vallejo just to fill in the scope and that weird light thing that's on the backpack. I'm now using a tiny amount of Loven Blue from Citadel mixed with just a little bit of water for this jewel that's dangling from a belt. Just going back to an area that I missed there on the rifle that needed a bit of red. Sorry, it goes off our camera there. I'm now going to use Polished Gold by Vallejo just to touch up on some of the gold trim, some of the jewels that are dangling from the belt on the chest, but also filling some of that trim that's on the rifle as well. just going back to the red, just to fill in that jewel on the belt. I actually realised at this point I missed the gold trim on the chest where it holds another jewel. Now back to some beastie brown, just to fill in that belt. Noticed a few spots just on the cape where there should have been some gold trim, so I just filled them in. Now I'm using the Agrak Surf Shade to just go over the belt. And I'm following that up with the Nuln Oil, just to go over all the gold trim that I've recently painted, the silver blade, and a few other bits. I'm just going to use a little bit of Drakenhof Nightshade just to go over the blue jewel dangling from the belt. And I'm going to go over the purple areas with Drushi Violet by Citadel. Now I'm just going to quickly dry brush the rifle with some silver by Vallejo. Now just clean my dry brush off and finish the model with the black base. And here's the finished model. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed putting it together. Hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you do things differently. Let me know about that white. It's not my best work. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Show some support, hit the like button. Cheers. In the next video, we'll be looking at the crew tracker. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his name, but this video will be with you next week, so I'll see you then.